Welcome to our race day recap where we raced at Hollywoodbets Greyville on the Saturday, the 28th of May. Of course, it was a feature race day. The three-year-old features, the Woolavington and the Daily News, and the supporting feature was the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup. Let's go to race number one. And in this race, well, Egret was the top one, but the horse to keep an eye on is in the green and black six called Canadian Summer.
Summer goes to the inside. Egret's turn to hit the front at the 300. Girl of Dragunta towards the outside, and Canadian Summer's now hooked around them. But Egret's got a two-length advantage. Canadian Summer's running very green, but is finishing powerfully on the outside. How much left in the tank for Egret? Canadian Summer's on the outside. Egret, here comes Canadian Summer to get up though. Canadian Summer on the boat there, I think got up. From in second, Egret. In behind these time chasers, staying on for the minor spot.
Clear of the balance of the field, and these two horses, I think one has to pencil in. Egret was having first start for the stable of Paul Peter, and I think that was a good introduction for the yard. But this horse, Canadian Summer, did everything wrong, running around all over the place, but still got the job done. So a fantastic win, and well done to the connections from the Darrell Moore stable, including owner Preggy Samasundran and Jason Gates. 1, 5, 4 and 7 is the way they cross the line. Then the exotics began in race number 2. We had 10 races carded. So race number 2 was the start of the bar pot. It was a juvenile plate over 1,600 meters. And prior to the running of this race, we had a chat with trainer Nathan Kotson, and he said, if my horse overcomes the draw, a massive runner, it was drawn in the first half of the field, I would have given you all the confidence. And have a look at this win, especially the ride from Robert Carty on horse number 11, Royal Victory.
Party's going to hunt towards the inside. Ensuing still being kept together, and Royal Victory's down the middle. Global Impact taken on by Political Party. Ensuing's running on, and Royal Victory the outside. 150 to go. Political Party's picking them up. Ensuing's between them. Global Impact won't go away, and on the outside, Royal Victory. Royal Victory's going to take the victory. Ensuing second.
Yeah, what a ride from Robert Carty, overcoming the draw, has his horse in a favourable position turning to the straight, and he found another gear close home over the final 50 metres. He was stretching away from the opposition. He beat Ensuing that had his followers. The two first-timers one has to take note. Number 4, Ready or Not, and number 7, Global Impact. Having their first run at Hollywoodbets Greyville, they ran 3rd and 4th respectively. So it was 11, 1, 4 and 7. That was race number 2. Then on to the start of the place accumulator, and it looked to be a very tricky start to the place accumulator, and so it proved. We'll go to the replay over the final 300 meters.
Quick to move in. Escape Artist comes under the drive. Trump My Queen starting to run on. Angel of Justice extreme outside. At the 300, Southern Cape finds a little bit extra. Southern Cape by a length, drifting to the inside. Trying to close in. Sea Eagle late on. Angel of Justice on the outside. Conchita's taking off, but Southern Cape's timed it dead right. Angel of Justice, Conchita.
It was brilliant front-running tackies by an informed jockey, Keegan de Mello, and was Southern Cape for the Paul Lafferty stable that came through to win, beating horse number 6, an outsider in Angel of Justice. Back in 3rd was number 11, the stable companion to Angel of Justice. That was Conchita, and that was a big trifecta. What about the quartet that was rounded off by horse number 8, 5, 6, 11, and 8, in no doubt a result in the place accumulator in leg number 1. Then it was on to the big one, and we got a massive pool this afternoon in the pick 6, which was race number 4. This was a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,600 meters, and there were a few horses that we kept a very close eye on here. Let's see what transpired in what turned out to be an exciting finish between Gentleman's Wager and Golden Pheasant.
Willow Express, Gentleman's Wager to the inside. Hood Sprite, angled extreme outside, 4 lengths to make up. Golden Pheasant hit the front. Gentleman's Wager's on the inside. Hood Sprite still 3 lengths away. Golden Pheasant's fighting courageously. Gentleman's Wager on the inside. Gentleman's Wager and Golden Pheasant, there's nothing in it. They hit the line. Golden Pheasant maybe.
Yeah, I think Byron Borges has done an outstanding job with this horse, Golden Pheasant. He's a 7-year-old. He reeled off the hat-trick in fine style. He has a superb record with his jockey, Muzi Yeni, and it was a gutsy win, a courageous win to be fighting all the way to the line, holding off one of the outsiders in the field, number 1, Gentleman's Wager. Back in third was the top one, a horse that's fancied in this year's Hollywoodbets Durban July, number 7, Hoedspate. He had to lug 62 kgs, and he came from the back of the field. He put in an eye-catching performance, running back in third, and then that quartet was rounded off by horse number 6, which was Donald McDonald. Race number 5 was Jackpot 1, and it was the first of our features this afternoon. It was the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup, a Group 3 over 2,400 meters. And this race, keep an eye on a horse that loves racing at Hollywoodbets Greyville. He's trained by Sean Terry, and he was partnered by Gavin Larina. His name is Shango.
Shango plies the pressure with 300 metres to go. Shango and Flying Bull. Flying Bull by a neck. Shango's on the outside warming up. Flying Bull and Shango in a terrific struggle. Shango's now coming at Flying Bull. Nothing in it. Shango puts his head in front. Flying Bull's rattling back. One-way traffic on the inside. It's going to be close. Shango won it. Flying Bull.
Yeah, Flying Bull, front-running tactics, tried to steal it, but this horse Shango back to his very best. He hasn't won for some time, but he's certainly shown that KZN is one of his favorite provinces in the country. For Shango beating number 6, Flying Bull, the horse that will pencil in for the staying races to come is One-Way Track. From the back of the field, running on smartly for that third position, and that quartet rounded off by number 3, Subaka. On to the first of our Group 1s for the 3-year-old fillies, the Woolavington 2000. It looked to be a very difficult race to try and work it out after the scratching of the mighty Rain in Holland. But these colours of Drakenstein Star dominated the 2022 running of the Woolavington 2000.
Perfect Witness going to have to pick up and come around then. Marigold Hotel and Sprinkles. Silver Darling now starts to descend, coming to the 300-metre marker. Yes, Silver Darling hitting the front. Sprinkles, Light of the Moon on the inside, is running on late on. Silver Darling, though, has a length to spare. And it's Silver Darling with the wow factor today. Light of the Moon probably second in a photo with Sprinkles.
Well, Raylin Donald may have not been in the race for them, but they definitely had the exacta in the race. Silver Darling beating number 4, Light of the Moon, and 2 horses that ran very good races. But Silver Darling, I think the race was won at the top of the straight. It was a smart ride by Grant van Niekerk. 8-4. Trifecta, number 5, Sprinkles, and the quartet was number 6. That was Mona Shada from the stable of Comnaidu, one of the big outsiders in that field, ensuring a useful quartet dividend. Then the main event, it was the Daily News 2000, a Group 1 over the distance of 2,000 meters, and all the talk was for what was the anti-post favorite for the Hollywoodbets Durban July, and that was Pomp and Power from the stable of Justin Snate and Richard Faree. But Mike de Kock, he had 2 very interesting runners in the race, the winner of the Derby and the winners of the Guineas. That's Aragosta and Safe Passage. Let's go and have a look at what happened over the final 300.
If good enough, he'll win from there. 300 to go, and Pomp and Power's clear by 2 or 3. Safe Passage. Aragosta's running on to the inside. Senso Unico's trying to close in. Waterbury Lane is charging up on the outside, and Safe Passage is getting into it. Safe Passage with a rip-roaring finish. He's reaching for the stars, and Safe Passage will go on. Second spot's tied. Pomp and Power.
Well, Mike de Kock, he was of the opinion that his horse may just need the run, and whatever happens in this race, he'll come on with this run under the belt. In fact, he spoke the same about both his runners, Aragosta and Safe Passage. But this horse, Safe Passage, the turn of foot he showed this afternoon, he will now be a serious contender in the Hollywoodbets Durban July, because he won an exceptional race, Safe Passage, and that was another one for the souls of Drakenstein Stud and Mrs. Rupert Back in second, well, Pomp and Power, he did everything wrong in the initial part of the race. He looks like a difficult ride. He fights for his head. He runs around in the straight, and he did give Richard Fourie a hard time. And the fact that he fought on so gamely to still manage to grab second, I thought it was a tremendous run under the circumstances and the way the race worked out for him. So don't write him off. Number one, Pomp and Power. Aragosta, what an absolute blinder from him. This is too short for him. He's the winner of the SA Derby, and he ran a great race right on that inside running rail while all the action was on his outside. He stayed on for third. And then Waterbury Lane, well, Dean Kanemayer must be really chuffed with that run, because there were question marks over the distance and the way he was finishing on the outside. I think they will have to think seriously about running him in the Hollywoodbets Durban July. Fantastic race, 6, 1, 7 and 9. And then we're only going to be previewing race number 8. Apologies, we have gremlins in the system, I'm told. So we're not going to do races 9 and 10. So this will be the last replay we show. And this race closed off Jackpot 1. It was race number 8 over 1,200 meters, where 2 horses dominate. The Striking Grey, the White Horse, After the Rain, and number 6, Aquabolt.
Altissima at their outside is about 4 lengths off the leader. They followed further back but tread swiftly. Aquabolt between runners, angles out, but After the Rain is the leader. 200 metres out over Spider's Corner in second. Then tread swiftly, and Aquabolt is making gains towards the outside. After the Rain under pressure as Aquabolt now starts to get serious. After the Rain clings on. Aquabolt getting there, and it's Aquabolt who won.
Yeah, tremendous ride from Grant van Niekerk. I think credit must be given to Garrett van Zyl. Pre-race, we read out his comments. He thought that his horse may just needed coming off this 140-day break, but he was courageous in defeat. That's the way he races. That's the only way he knows how. Jump out, use his early pace and speed, and he still fought all the way to the line. He found one better, the faster finisher, number 6, Aquabolt. So 6 beating 4, 5 and 8. I'll give you the results of races 9 and 10. Apologies, we don't have the replays for you. Race 9 in Lamu was the winner for Sean Terry and Rachel Vinegar, beating number 5, which was Conquer the Enemy from the Peter Muscat yard. 10 and 3 were the trifecta and quartet numbers. That's Master of Destiny and Bowie. And then the lucky last. It always was going to be a difficult race to catch. The quartet in the last race paid close to 20,000 Rand, and that full result was number 5, Mr. Gonzalez for Peter Muscat and Donovan Dillon, beating 10, 11 and 9. 10 being Full Blast, 11 Silver Falcon and 9 Prince of Toronto in a big quartet to close off the meeting. It's been an absolute pleasure working alongside the entire team. It was Warren Lenferner, Alistair Cohen was in town, Graham Hawkins, we had Rahul Radhakrishna in the Gallup studio, and from the entire Gold Circle TV team and myself, Dees Dianan, I trust that you had a wonderful day's racing, made some cash as well, and now we're looking forward to our next feature race day, which is the Hollywoodbets Scottsville Big Race Day, featuring the Alan Robertson, the Gold Medallion, the South African Filly Sprint, and the Gold Horse Casino. And remember, I will tell you on this show, Catch the Express is the bus that will leave from Hollywoodbets Greyville to Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And if you want to get on that bus and spend some time with host Graham Hawkins, who'll preview the card, all you need to do is contact Gold Circle, speak to a gentleman called Zane, and he'll point you in the right direction. It's 150 Rand a ticket, of which you'll get 50 Rand back in vouchers to play on Tab Go. From myself, Dees Dianan, until we meet again, you take care. Salaniga.